the paradigm shift also will ensure that instead of the honors and general streams, we will have the major and minor streams, and the students will have to undergo a few courses which will be mandatory for them. Earlier, it wasn't mandatory to this level. There is also a component regarding the internship which students will have to undergo. And we all need to understand that the particular emphasis is on the students. So now it is, the onus is upon the students per se. There will be no discernible divide as such between the arts or humanities, sciences, vocational, and other courses. And we need to also understand that this replacement of the 10 plus 2 plus 3 structure is the most emphatic alteration of NEP 2020. And the change has already been initiated from the primary school level, from the primary school, primary, secondary, senior secondary or higher secondary level. And we as the practitioners of undergraduate education will have to embrace this new change. It is true that there are a few teething problems, as always a new system undergoes or brings along with it. But then we also are fortunate to have people such as Dr. Suvankar Chakraborty for us, who is ever willing, ever helpful, ever kind, ever generous to explain the subtle nuances of this new curricular framework for all of us. So without further ado, I welcome Dr. Suvankar Chakraborty to kindly address the gathering. We are awaiting the presence of our beloved principal sir of Sadhun Chandra Mohabidyalaya. I am sure he will be joining us in a while. But till then, we should get started, and it's over to you, Shubhankar Da.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning to everyone. Thank you, Dr. Rumpa. Actually, Rumpa Madam, I say. She's the principal of Maheshtala College. And thank you for so nice words for me in the early hours of the day. I would like to thank Shantani, IQC coordinator of Sadhun Chandra Mohabidyalaya. And exactly what Shantani said, that when she approached me, I was at Himachal Pradesh on an educational tour with my students. So I accepted because this is actually what I feel through exchanges about the NEP and particularly the admission procedure, keeping in mind the CCF, which we have developed actually based on NCCF, as you know. So it will be something like interactive session, because we have also many queries which are yet to be answered from the point of view of the Calcutta University, as we know. And that's why I thought that it would be nice to have a session like this. So what I would like to discuss, I would like to discuss in two phases. In the first phase, as you can see, I will ponder upon the NEP 2020 and its basic motto. And then I will move on to the CCF part of the CU, Calcutta University, which is obviously kicking off only tomorrow. So we had very little time, we means the principals and the college staff. We had very little time to think on it, but somehow we have managed it, and let's hope for the best. So with these little words, what I'd like to first of all discuss, as I said, about the basic facts about NEP 2020. As you know that the National Education Policy, which came into limelight in the year 2020, after a long gap of 34 years, because the national policy on education was last framed in the year 1986. So there were a little bit of modification later on, but the national policy on education last framed individuals were in the year 1986. And so after a long gap of 34 years in the year 2020, the National Education Policy rolled out. Now, some of the reforms that were suggested in the NEP 2020 is that 10+2 system should not be there anymore. So it has been dropped. And now the new schooling pattern which has been suggested is 5+3+3+4. You know that. So first of all, talking about the 5, that is duration 5 years, is for the foundation stage. Now, under the foundation stage, first of all, there is preschool period. It has been divided into 2 parts. First part, preschool period, it will be of 3 years. 3 years of preschooling. Age limit will be 4, 5, and 6 years to be enrolled in playway school or Anganwadis or Balavatika. So it will be something like a play school that we know currently. So it is mainly preschool period for 3 years. There will be no system of exam in this stage and no uniform code. So this is a little bit different, because in the play school also we find that the students generally have to go in their formal uniform. Now this is a change, that there will be no uniform code. The students, the kids can go in their whatever dress they actually like. Now coming to the next 2 years, class 1st and 2nd standard, age group will be 7 and 8 years. No exam at this stage as well, and no uniform code. So this is all about, first of all, the foundation stage. Now let's move on to the next part. That is the preparatory stage. The duration is 3 years. There is exam system. Age group 9, 10, and 11 years. Class 3rd, 4th, and 5th standard. This will be based on activity, that is activity-based teaching. Preferable medium of instruction should be mother tongue or regional language or national language. However, school has been given power that they can, if they wish, teach in English language as well. Now moving to the middle school stage, that is duration, that will be also duration of 3 years. Class 6th, 7th, and 8th standard. Age is 12 years, 13 years, and 14 years. Stress will be on vocational, technical education from the 6th standards onward. Students can opt for internship, generally of 10 days program, or practical experience training on painting, computer coding, etc. One of the Indian languages to be taught at this level, such as Sanskrit, Maithili, Malayalam, Kannada, or many others, has been suggested. Now, moving on to the high school or the secondary stage, that it will be a duration of 4 years, class 9, 10, 11, and 12. Age limit will be 15, 16, 17, and 18 years. This will be purely semester system examination in each class. 360-degree assessment report card based on qualitative and quantitative assessment. Qualitative aspect has been given more stress in this case. It will be purely multidisciplinary subject based. There will be no separate stream. Emphasis will be given on critical thinking. And one of the foreign language to be taught except Mandarin. So this is the solution for high school or the secondary stage. Now moving on to the bachelor's degree, which we are generally interested in knowing in a bit detailed manner. So as you know by this time that bachelor degree is now multiple entry and multiple exit system has been introduced. And we the principals, we had a talk with Rumba Madam also knows that we had to talk with and directly Rumba Madam has taken a lot of initiative, as I know, that initially Calcutta University, they thought that multiple entry, multiple exit system should not be there. But ultimately they've agreed and multiple entry and multiple exit system has been introduced in our curriculum also. So that was the suggestion of the NEP, that there should be multiple entry and multiple exit. Under this system, first year exit, the student can exit at the end of the first year, that is on the completion of the first 2 semesters, and they will be awarded certificate course. This is simply, it will be an introductory level. The syllabus that will be framed, or that is being framed rather, will be a bit more easier. It will be at the introductory level, which has been graded as 100 level. Second year exit, the student who completes the 4 semesters, they can exit, they will get the diploma certificate. It's an intermediate level, a bit higher level than the introductory level. Then comes the 3-year exit. The students will be awarded bachelor's degree, and it will be a bit more higher, at the higher level than the intermediate level, that is the second year exit level. Now, next one is 4-year complete course. It will be bachelor degree with honors or research, as you know. It will be at advanced level. And about research, we had a talk for last 2 or 3 months a lot. But generally, to be very precisely speaking, most of our colleges will be awarding, as you know, the bachelor's degree with honors, because the research, for awarding the research degree, the infrastructure that is needed, the qualification of teachers, so that may not be possible for the colleges like us. And suppose we have the infrastructure, suppose we have the teachers to guide the students also. But if you consider some of the colleges like Dept, say there are 100 plus students or 200 students. So if they all qualify, suppose they get 75% marks in the 3rd year degree course, and they qualify for research also. So maybe the teacher is in the department, say 5 to 7. So those 200 students, how to guide them with the help of those 5 or 7 teachers may not be possible. So these are the things that we have to think over. So even if an institution has a research facilities, even if the institution has a teacher who has actually experience or knowledge to guide the student for research work, which is the minimum requirement. But having said that, as I gave the example of Bethune College, so there are many colleges where the students, generally trained students, they take admission. So obviously in their case also, granting the bachelor's degree with research may not be feasible. So these are the problems are there. So we have to face those problems, and obviously with time, we are quite confident that we'll be able to resolve all the aspects. Now, as you know that there is a credit bank, academic bank of credit. So because the multiple entry system I discussed, multiple exit system is also there. So if the students exit after 1 year, he or she may come back in the same institution or in some other institution. Suppose this boy has moved from, or a girl has moved from Kolkata to Chennai. Because as you know, in Kagdip area, particularly in which I am the principal, most of the students keep on coming, sir, I got admitted in nursing courses, so I want to have the TC. So now, at present, these students, once they get the TC, they are not allowed to take admission. Generally, they are not allowed to take admission in an institution. But this particular boy or the girl who moved to Chennai, say after completion of 1 year, he or she gets the certificate course, and she moves to Chennai for the nursing courses. She completes or he completes the nursing courses and come back to my institution and says, sir, I want to take admission. So he or she has to be allowed to take admission. So there lies the importance of database management, because we believe that it will be the actual responsibility of the university, because they have to maintain the database in the digital form, and we'll be collecting the information from the university. But what I feel that now the record system or the record keeping of the students, the database management of the colleges has to be more robust. It has to be maintained by the colleges also, because the student, they will come back, okay, from the academic bank of credit, we can see how much credit they have earned in the first year. That's fine. But you need to have the records of those students, because as you know, these students are allowed 7 years term. So when they come back, say after 1 or 2 years, you need to have the records with you. So that's very important part, which I think every colleges has to look into very seriously from the very first year. That's very important. So it's not the actual responsibility of the university only, it's the responsibility of the colleges as well to design their database system in such a way that DBMS is robust. Now, we have talked about the degree courses, bachelor's degree. Now, about the master degree and PhD, I will talk in a very brief manner. First of all, the master program. About the master program, it will be of duration of 1 year or 2 years. For 2 years, 2 years for those who have 3 years bachelor's degree, and 1 year for those who have 4 years multidisciplinary bachelor's degree. And there is also scope for integrated 5 years bachelor's or master degree. So master degree obviously will be of 1 year or 2 years, depending on the mode of bachelor's degree the students have. And as you know, MPhil has been discontinued. So about the PhD degree, it will be of 4 years. So undertaking a PhD degree will require a master degree or 4 years multidisciplinary bachelor's degree. Now, about the B.Ed or bachelor's in education degree. It will be a duration of 4 years or 2 years or 1 year. 4 years B.Ed after 12, 2 years B.Ed after 3 years graduation, and 1 year B.Ed after 4 years graduation or PG. Admission in B.Ed has to be through NTA. What is NTA? NTA is National Testing Agency, and they will be conducting the entrance examination for admission and fellowship in this form of bachelor's degree if anyone wants to get admitted in the B.Ed courses. So it will be conducted by NTA. So these are little bit the structure that I've talked about. Now I'll move on to the basic objectives of the NEP at university and college level. Now, if you see that the basic objective is the multidisciplinary university and colleges with at least one in or near every district. That's the motto. That means in West Bengal, in South 24 Parganas itself, there are many colleges. So generally, in West Bengal, it's not a problem. But there are many states in India where you can find there are many districts where each district do not have the colleges. So there is a suggestion that, and even if it is there, it is not multidisciplinary in nature. So in West Bengal also, most of the college, except for the BCom stream, in most of the colleges, given the infrastructure, given the faculty that is there in most of the colleges, I know about Madam Rumpa Madam's college, or I have been to Metia Buraj College and many others, these small colleges, I know Pachla College at Howrah. So these colleges have real problems. So now problem is there. We understand that. So multidisciplinary colleges, the system has to be developed. And depending on the multidisciplinary facility that the college is able to provide, the college can go for autonomy. That I'll be talking about. So multidisciplinary university and colleges, at least in each district, in or near, that has been used in the sense that even if it is not possible in the district, nearer to the district. So from taking a lesson from this particular point, I was actually, go on actually looking about all the posts being made by different principals in our principal group. So where I find that what with the madam from Maheshtala College, she made a point that yes, how can we offer the interdisciplinary course, because number of subjects that we have in the art stream is minimum. So obviously in this case, this near term can be an edu, because I think the near colleges, they can come actually for the help to these colleges. So that is a suggestion by in the NEP also, that at least one in or near every district. So the same principle can be applied for the colleges also. If in the college, the subject is not there, so that can be resolved if there is a understanding, because we are entering into the mode. Every college now wants to enter into the mode. So if you are entering into the mode, that can be also a point, that the nearer college will be providing assistance to the other college. So that may be a solution. Now the second objective of NEP is the gross enrollment ratio. That has been major concern. It has to be increased to 50%. We know that there is an criteria under criteria number 1, that enrollment ratio, rather in criteria number 2, I must say, the point number 1 of criteria 2, where enrollment ratio is generally asked by the NEP, where we have to write what's our enrollment ratio. So the general average enrollment ratio, the gross enrollment ratio, is in very sorry state, because it's only 26.3%, going by the latest data of 2018 that I had. So it is only 26.3%. So the target has been set. The objective is to increase this gross enrollment ratio to 50% by 2035. Now, every college's undergraduate level has to go for more and more interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary courses, or the program has to be introduced. And as I said, the institutional autonomy is being talked about. So institutional autonomy will be the prime importance in the days to come. And there will be a national research foundation for funding research projects, because as we are seeing that more stress has been given on IPR, intellectual property right, on the research, on the entrepreneurship. So these are the 3 things which actually India is projecting. So obviously National Research Foundation will be there, and they will be funding the different research projects. So as we can now see that MRP projects, minor research or major research projects, are now gone. So no more funding will be under those 2 heads. Now there will be one common head, National Research Foundation, and they will be funding all the research projects. There will be 3 types of higher education institution. Number 1, research intensive colleges. Now I'll show that these colleges will gradually, they have a plan that these colleges will gradually evaluate to university. They will get the status, they may get, they may get the status of university as well. So because in our state, that concept is not there, I have used the term colleges, but in NEP you can find they have used the term university, research in intensive university. The thing is that actually last in the educational tour, I went to Sulani University. to see their structure, because they are like a college only. In our college, the student strength is 4,500 plus. In their university, the student strength is 4,500 plus. So they are like colleges, but they got the status of university, Sulani University. This Sulani University, they have the autonomy. They are doing marvelous work on patent rights. They are now, you can see in the website as well, they are now the #1 university, established only in the year 2012. They started functioning in the year 2014. So within the span of 8 years, they are now the #1 university, which has filed highest number of patents. So now the stress is given on this intellectual property right, IPR. Even I can tell you, being a man of commerce, that in most of the companies, now the corporate culture is changing. The corporate sectors, they are going for the intellectual property rights. They are asking even their employees if they can contribute to their companies with the intellectual property rights. Because that world is going to be guided by the intellectual property rights in the days to come. So colleges, higher education institution cannot lag behind. In the days to come, the stress has to give, though, as I said at the beginning, that our colleges do not have that infrastructure. We do not have that faculty. Or the faculties, they do not have the scope rather. Because question is not about the quality of the faculty, because we have very good qualified, dignified, and highly qualified, I must say, faculties in each and every institution. No doubt about that. But the system is not there. That's the major problem. But we cannot lag behind. And particularly, I think the principals, they have to take the lead role in this direction, so far as research, so far as getting the patent rights, and obviously thinking more about how the students can be motivated to go for the entrepreneurship. So for that, this cannot be done in single-handedly by a particular college, individual. That is why the MO has to be functional, what I feel. Simply paperwork will not do. The MO has to be functional. The MO has not to be in the way that just organizing some seminar or some sports or cultural activities. That is fine. That has to be there. I feel. I think that these has to be there, but still we need to think a bit differently. All the colleges, they have to come together, because some colleges have infrastructure. Some colleges may have the type of teachers who can go for guiding the students for research work. So for that, all the colleges, they have to come together. They have to sit together. First, it can be started with at the district level, then maybe at the state level. So this has to be initiated, because research intensive college will be those colleges who will place equal, this term is very important, equal emphasis on teaching and research. If you look at the next one, teaching intensive colleges, they will place their emphasis on teaching, but the thing is that they will still conduct significant research. So that term is there. So our colleges under category 2, all the colleges, teaching intensive colleges. But if you look at the last line, the objective of NEP is to conduct significant research. But in the first one, equal emphasis on teaching and research. So Suvankar University, I was saying, I went there, they are following the first one, that is equal emphasis on teaching and research. So they have upgraded themselves to the first one. So we have to move here. So we are now at this second level of colleges, where we are granting more emphasis on teaching. And obviously, we have to, still we have not started, we have to go for more significant research work. And third category that I'll be giving stress upon, that is autonomous degree granting colleges. And this will be primarily focused on undergraduate degree level. Now, as I said, I'll be focusing mainly on autonomy, how the college can go for autonomy. Or should the college go for autonomy right now? My suggestion is, it's my observation, that the colleges may go for autonomy if they have good financial position and obviously they have good infrastructure. They can go for it, or they should go for it. Because in that case, you are at a stage to develop your own curriculum. Unless and until you develop your own curriculum, you keep on depending on Calcutta University. I'm saying about Calcutta University because Calcutta University is overpowered. We may keep on shouting, this is not happening, that is not happening, but given the manpower that Calcutta University has, it's impossible to introduce everything by Calcutta University. That may be possible at institutional level, at the college level. So the colleges which have the infrastructure, which has the financial strength, they should go for autonomy. And Rumpa Madam is, I know, goes to many actual state for NAC visit. She is a PR team member also. She has visited many states. So she knows that in most of the colleges in southern part of India, in one of the principal also came this time in our NAC PR team visit. She was the principal of that college. Now she has retired. She was saying that before retirement, I have actually earned autonomy for my college. So they are going for the autonomy. So autonomy obviously should be a factor that has to be kept into consideration by each and every college. And I have actually highlighted two particular points. If you look at the blue one, phasing out, this is the policy, this is the basic objective of NEP, that phasing out the system of affiliated colleges over a period of time of 15 years through a system of graded autonomy. So you can find, I'm not belittling. What I want to say that if you compare the NAC result of the last phase and this one, in the recent times, you can find the grade of the colleges is improving. One hidden agenda, I think, I should say hidden, that these colleges are granted high grade, graded autonomy. That is, they want to actually give autonomy to these colleges when they find that this college has potentiality. This has potential for excellence. They are granting, obviously, metrics is there, the number system is there, mathematics is there. So that has to be achieved. No one will get good grade for nothing. That's simple. But the grades are improving. There were not many A-grade colleges. One thing is that the college has, most of the institutions, they have realized that working on the number system, on the benchmark, you can achieve. So this was not there previously. So that is one thing. And the other thing is that the system is here going to take place where most of the colleges have to go for autonomy. So it's a target of 15 years. So you have a term period of 15 years within which you have to upgrade your college and look for autonomy. That's actually the story behind granting autonomy to the institution. And it's a fact that whether you want or not, you have to go for the autonomy. So all the colleges currently affiliated to universities shall attain the required benchmark over time to secure the prescribed accreditation benchmark and eventually become autonomous degree granting college. So that is going to happen. So we have to start our thinking that, yes, we have to look for the autonomy. So the present and about the university, the last point that I have mentioned about the university, the complex nomenclature of the university is there now in India. Deemed to university, affiliating technical university, unitary university. So these will be replaced by only simple word, that is university. And they have to also go for the accreditation, proper accreditation. And the accreditation process is going to change also. NAC, the process of NAC is going to change. More stress will be on accreditation, assessment will be done by a separate body. So it is going to change. So in NAAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, is going to be replaced by NAC. In the days to come, it is going to be replaced by NAC. That is, stress will be on, as I have shown in the last slide, will be on accreditation. Assessment, as I said, will be done by a separate body. So it will be this NAC, it's also pronounced as NAC. The basis will be of accreditation will be the basic norms that has to be followed. And it will be mostly based on the stress, as I said, on research, entrepreneurship, IPR. So these will be the basic norms. These will be based on which the accreditation will be done. And many a question has been raised about the disclosure by the institution, as you have found over the last few months particularly. One college has been blacklisted in the South India. So those stories we have read, those things were there in the paper. So now stress is being given on public self-disclosure. So under NAC, more stress will be on public self-disclosure, on good governance. So if the disclosure is false, there will be a clause. The HY will be held accountable for that. So public self-disclosure policy is going to come up and declaration has to be given. Still we are giving the declaration, but that will be in a different mode. And it will be written that what action may be taken if the disclosure is found to be wrong. So it is going to be more stringent. The next point is good governance, as I said, and outcome. Outcome, as you know, in this assessment also, NAC assessment, we can see that more stress has been given around outcome, policy documentation. That was not there previously. So outcome has been given more stress also under NSC. As I said, it will be carried out by independent accreditation institution, which will be supervised and overseen by NAC. So this is the change that is going to come up. So that is why I being the district mentors, wherever I am going, I am giving stress that please complete the NAC process because it is going to change. It is going to change radically. And if you keep on thinking that let's wait for the next December, so maybe it will be too late. It will be too late. So please go for NAC. I am speaking about NEP, but still it's related. It's related. Take it from me. So this is all about the first phase I have discussed. Let me take, if anyone has any question, once my second phase is also over, let me take the question. Isn't it, Rumba Madam? My first phase is over. NEP 2020 is over. Second phase, I will be talking about the CCF, or particularly of Calcutta University, and how the admission, so far as the admission portal is concerned, I will be talking about that. So should I move on?
Yeah, Suvankar, I think it's a good idea if you could move on, because that is the part which most of us will need
Yes.
to be acquainted with. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay. So about the second phase, the UG Board of Studies, they have suggested keeping in mind the national curriculum and credit framework. And they have suggested that there should be 22 major papers, as you know, and 3 additional paper has to be opted, one who goes for the research work. These things already you know. And about the minor, there has to be 8 minor papers, 4 in the first 2 years, that is first, second, third, fourth semester. They have to study 4 minor papers, that is 1 each in each semester. And other 4 minor papers in the third year, that is in the fifth and sixth semester. Now there is a restriction in this case regarding the minor paper, so far as fifth and sixth semester is concerned, that the minor paper selected in the fifth and the sixth semester has to be measured in the third in case of fifth and fourth in case of sixth. Now, this actually point was raised before the IC. He said that these things has not been finalized. Those were the suggestions, but still we are working on it. The final will come up within, say, 10 days time. Same problem, as you know, was with IDC. So IC said that in case of IDC also, the final decision is yet to be taken, because VC madam is out of station. Once she comes back, obviously final decision will be taken. Now about the IDC, it has been suggested in the NEP that students have to opt for 3 IDCs, and that has to be in the first 3 semesters. So 3 into 3 means, as you know, there will be 3 credits. So 3 IDCs multiplied by 3 credits. So total credit for IDCs will be 9. Interdisciplinary course. ACC, skill enhancement course. Here also students have to opt for 3 skill enhancement course during the whole program. In the first 3 semester, they have to complete ACC. Why this has been suggested? Because it has been shown that there is multiple exit system. So before they exit, they should go for more and more of IDCs and ACC. That is the reason in the first 3 semester, IDC and ACC has been suggested. Now, so far as BA and BSc is concerned, IDC and ACC problem is there. It has not been resolved. It could not be resolved. So obviously we have to develop the portal for admission. So what the solution has been suggested, that I'll be showing. Coming about the CVAC, that is compulsory value added course. Compulsory C value added course. Students have to opt for 4 compulsory value added course. 2 in the first year and 2 in the second year. Now there was a lot of discussion regarding this also. Ultimately, Calcutta University could find a way and solution has been given. What's the solution? What's the suggestion has been given by the university? That in the first semester, they will be studying ENVS as we are previously studying. In the second semester, constitutional values has to be actually studied by the students. This was not there previously. So what I feel that political science department, they will have added responsibility now. So constitutional values has to be taught in the second semester. So if a student exit at the end of the first year, so they will exit with these two CVSE, value added course, these two they will learn. And then they will exit. And in the third semester, environmental studies has been suggested and it has been made compulsory. College has no authority to change this one. The college has authority to change, to take as per their choice from the optional pool of courses so far as the fourth value-added course is concerned. But first three, it has been fixed. It's compulsory for all the colleges in BA, BSc, and BCom. Coming about AEC, Ability Enhancement Course. Here also, there was a lot of debate, particularly in BCom. I attended that actually session held at Suranath College. So, first of all, BCom syllabus, when BCom syllabus was framed, our respected DRD sir, he being the chairperson for framing the syllabus, particularly for BCom courses, program rather. So his suggestion was that as because there is an exit system, student will exit after 1 year. So they should learn one English language and other MIL, that may be Hindi, Urdu or Bengali. So that was kept. All teachers and principal present in the meeting, they accepted the proposal. But when it was taken at the final stage, the policy, this was rejected, and it was said that in the first and second semester, that is in the first year, student will learn English only, compulsory English, no other alternative. So now it has been resolved, no confusion, that so far as AEC is concerned, in the first year, all students will have to take compulsory English. In the second year, that is in the third and fourth semester, students have to take MIL, as I've said, Hindi, Urdu, Bengali. As you know, in some of the colleges like Metia Buruj College or Rumpa Madam's College, maybe there Urdu is there in Metia Buruj, I know, but I don't know whether Rumpa Madam's in Rumpa Madam's College whether Urdu is there or not. But these three options are there. Out of that, one has to be studied by the students, or they can go for alternative English. That was previously there, you know. So these has to be taken up in third and fourth semester. So just for remembering, I have said ISVA, that is 3344, 3 as you can see, I for interdisciplinary course, 3, S for skill enhancement course, that's also 3, and value added, that is 4, and AEC, that is 4 again. So for internship, apart from these, for internship, there will be 3 credits, and for research, there will be 12 credits. So total credits will be 169. Previously, commerce also suggestion went for 164 credits plus 3 credits, rather 161 plus 3 credits, 164 credits, but that was also rejected at the final stage, and it has been said that uniformly in all that is BA, BSc, BCom, the total credit has to be particularly for 4-year honors and research, it has to be 169 plus 3. 3 means for internship. So total credit will be of 172, 169 plus 3. Now the summary, what I've said before I move further, the summary is that BA, BSc, BCom honors program henceforth will be BA, BSc, BCom major program, incorporating the principle of NCCF, that is 22 core papers multiplied by 4 credits. So total credit for major will be 88. For minor in BA, BSc, BCom, major program students will have the option to choose any 2 subjects in the first year as minor subjects following the implementation of NCCF. That is, there will be 8 minors multiplied by 4 credits. So total credit for minor will be 32. The colleges, as you know, will no longer be accepting admission form for BA, BSc, BCom general program as we used to take previously. So in university, particularly our IC sir, thanks a lot to him. And obviously, we know that a committee was also formed. They have also, and in that committee, Rumpa Madam also was there. So a suggestion has been made about the multidisciplinary program to accommodate the students who actually previously used to opt for BA, BSc, BCom general. So that is a new dimension. So far as Calcutta University is concerned has been added, but I would say it's only an old wine in the new bottle and nothing actually better can be done. So whatever was possible has been done. Whatever possible with the given infrastructure, given resources has been done. So thanks a lot to IC and the team who has worked endlessly and tirelessly to implement actually the multidisciplinary program particularly. So coming to now the structure that has been suggested. So I start with the BCom first semester, which is obviously concern for all of us right now. So for the first year, for BCom first semester, the session will be from July to December. But again, having said that, we are already losing 1 month because our first semester is going to start, as we know, from 1st August. So it will be up to December. So obviously, we cannot help it because when first anything is introduced, obviously some problems is there. Still, 1st July, the deadline was set and we have taken initiative and it is going to be implemented from 1st July. That is the application, receiving application. So here the suggestion as suggested by the, particularly by DD and our Dhruva Dandapat sir, he has framed the total framework for BCom. That is major paper, 1 major paper will be there. And obviously the syllabus that will be framed, as I said, in the first year, it will be elementary level. It will be 100 level. So it has been talked about that FA, Financial Accounting 1, there will be 3 theory and 1 tutorial. As you know, obviously, that out of these 4 credits, 1 credit is for tutorial. It will be of, every credit will be of 20 points. That is 3 into 25, it will be 75, and 1 into 25, that is 25. So a lot is being talked about that internal assessment is gone, internal attendance is also not there. So how can we control students? So this is there, 1 tutorial is there. So it will be simply the responsibility of the colleges, as I feel, or as you can also feel that it will be the responsibility of the colleges to take care of. So 25 points is there. So remember that every credit is of 25. So 3 into 25, it will be 75 for theory, and 1 into 25 will be for tutorial. Now, because as I was saying, the syllabus will be elementary level, it has been suggested that for general and honors, particularly for BCom, the syllabus will be same, but the question pattern will be different. Question for BCom general, as you used to say, now it's multidisciplinary. So now BCom, in case of BCom also, it's not multidisciplinary, it's BCom general program, because our BCom syllabus previously was also multidisciplinary, as you know. So FA1, it has been suggested that the syllabus will be same for honors as well as for general. I'm saying honors and general because for understanding, I have mentioned also that. But now, as I said, it will be major for honors courses. And for general, it will be multidisciplinary, except for BCom. IDC, interdisciplinary course for BA, BSc, as I said, still to be decided. So in case of commerce, it has been said that it will be reckoned as minor, and principle and practices of management has been suggested here. And it will be both for honors and general. And regarding multidisciplinary course and IDC, interdisciplinary course for general, microeconomics will be there. This will be 2 theory and 1 tutorial. AEC, I have already said, it is fixed now, it will be English. SSC, in case of BA, BSc, still to be finalized, but in case of BCom, it has been decided that entrepreneurship development will be the SSC paper for the first semester. Value-added course, as I said, it is finalized, it has been fixed, so it will be environmental studies in the first semester. So total credit you can see will be 21 in the first semester. Now about the second semester, the structure is almost same. The papers that has been suggested is here. And here, this is my suggestion, my observation, that it will be better to go for the summer internship. Because you can see in the last slide, there were 6 rows. So here, one more row has been added. So structure is same. And it will be same for BA, BSc also. But as I said, SSC and IDC is to get the final shape. It has not been decided finally yet. So that will be decided within 7 or 10 days time. But otherwise the structure will be the same. So summer internship has been suggested. It can be done at the end of the second semester or 4th or 6th. Why 2nd, 4th and 6th? Let me make it very clear. Why 2nd, 4th and 6th? Most probably you have understand, but still for the understanding of all, because there are many others who have not attended any session. So for them, 2nd, as you know, that 2nd session will end June. January to June is the time frame. So obviously here you can get the summer recess. So during summer recess, this summer internship has to be completed. So it will be either in the 2nd semester or at the end of the 4th semester or at the end of the 6th semester. Why I have suggested summer internship to be completed at the end of the 2nd semester? Because if a student wants to exit at the end of the 1st year, he or she has to complete the summer internship, otherwise she cannot exit. That is the only restriction. So if you think that no, the summer internship will be done at the end of the 4th semester, the problem is that if a student comes and asks for the exit option at the end of the 2nd semester, then you will be you have to face a lot of problems, particularly the principals. And the office management will be particularly responsible for the summer internship, because obviously the principal has to assign someone, because principal is not going to do that. Someone has to be assigned a summer internship responsibility. And it will be something like the environmental studies that we had to assign previously. But what I feel, that summer internship has to be done in a different way, because we all know how environmental studies program were being conducted. So summer internship, my suggestion is that before the next batch comes, it should be completed. So my suggestion will be that the internship should be completed within May and June for the current year. and it should go on like that. If some may happen that some students may not turn up, then they can be accommodated in the next summer internship program. So as I was saying that here 3 credits have to be added more. So previously it was 21. In the last slide it was 21, as you can see. Now here 3 credits added for summer internship, so it becomes 24. So total credit will be 24. Now coming to the BA/BSc first semester. Here actually about the portal, many talk has been there, as I said previously also. So there has been some simple suggestion given from the university point so far as admission is concerned, that I'll be showing in the next slides. Here actually major paper, as I've already told you, that the structure will be same in case of BA/BSc BCom. So there will be one major paper, say Bengali honors. So Bengali honors, again 3 tutorial and 3 theory and 1 tutorial, so credit will be 4. Minor, you know, M1 and M2 that we have already seen in the CSF that has been published. So it will be again 4 credits, that is 3 theory and 1 tutorial. IDC I have marked is green because, as I told you already, so it is to be decided that because there are some restrictions regarding IDC. You have seen the CSF. Now, if the restriction is there, some of the colleges will face problem. So what to do? So those restrictions are to be either removed or relaxed. Now that decision has to be taken from the point of Calcutta University. Once VC is here, IC said that the decision will be taken and it will be finalized, and through a corrigendum, some amendments will be made maybe, and it will be circulated very shortly. And AEC, as I've said, in case of BCom also, the same thing was done, and in case of BA/BSc, same. As I said, in case of 50, as because here we have 2 credits, it will be 50 marks. So there is only 2 theory, no tutorial, no practical. And SSC, as I've said, again, I'm repeating that it is yet to be decided, yet to be decision to be taken, because SSC also for BCom, no problem, so far as first and second semester is concerned. But then there is problem because BCom could not also finalize so far as third and fourth semester is concerned. So that has to be finalized within this 1 year time. SSC, for the first year, I think some guidelines will be coming up, because maybe for BA/BSc also, in the first year, total guidelines may not come up. Only for the first year, that is for the admission purpose, obviously SSC and IDC, some guidelines is going to come up. So we cannot actually give any proper guidelines regarding these two right now. Many a thing has been said in the CSR, but those things has to be changed given the infrastructure, given the resources that colleges in West Bengal, particularly in our Calcutta University, and some changes has to be made, and that has been suggested and that has been accepted also by the authorities of CU. Now, as I've said, in case of BA/BSc second semester also, the structure is almost same. And here also, IDC and SSC, the suggestion has to be given. Internship, summer internship, as here also I've suggested that it should be, in case of BA/BSc also, it should be completed in the month of May and June. Now, one may ask that, sir, for honors is possible, how can we handle? Because in our colleges also, last year it was 1460 general students. Now it is going to increase and it will go up to 1700 almost. And last year, 1460 seat was fully exhausted. There was another 100 students in the waiting list. So these colleges like us, in Bhangar College is there. So where the pressure of general students is huge. So how to manage those students or how to accommodate those students in the summer internship, that will be a big question. So that has to be taken care of. But I think that, again, I'm telling that it should be completed within the first year itself, that is at the end of the second semester. So these are the second year structure about the BCom. I'm not going deep into it because obviously almost 1 hour, 15 minutes I've talked about. So these will be coming up. Our major concern is particularly the first year, that is the first semester and second semester. So for the timing list, not think about the third, fourth, fifth. I have the structure, but I'm not going into that right now. So maybe in some other sessions we'll be discussing once the CSR complete revised CSR is given by the Calcutta University. So many changes is going to come up, no doubt about that. So what I will tell that points at the end, points to be noted, as I've already discussed these things, that there will be 169 plus 3, that is 172 credits. And there is some restriction regarding these subjects. This I have prepared for my college, that now some modification will be made. Again, this is going to change. So I'll not talk about this one, that what the restrictions of taking one subject from each group. That is the suggestion. You can find that in the CSR itself, and you can accordingly prepare once the revised CSR is there. So that has to be actually done. No, I'm not discussing because I've said that it is going to change. So for just an example, that some of the colleges are saying that how to reflect in the admission portal. I have given one example. So for my colleges, I was developing this one. There will be more because I will sit with my teachers also immediately after this session, maybe in the afternoon or in late afternoon, and I'll finalize. And the structure is almost ready for our college, and most probably most of the colleges, their structure is ready. So for Bengali honors, you can see I have taken the code after discussion with some of the members, that the code can be BNGA that we used to give, so that the office, they are not confused because they are accustomed to this code. So I initially I thought of giving a different code, but my some of the admission committee members, they give a good suggestion that, sir, can we stick to the previous code? So I thought it was a good suggestion, and I have kept the previous code only, that is BNGA 1, major Bengali, minor can be English or history, from the pool of subjects that has been suggested. Because at the initial stage, you have to tell students that what will be the 2 minus M1 and M2, that you have to tell. So these much only you tell. Don't mention about the IDC, don't mention about the SEC. Only thing that I will suggest you can add here, as because when I was preparing it, AEC and value-added course, it was not finalized. There was some doubts, there was some debate going on, but now these two has been also fixed. So we can add VAC here and AEC also. Another 2 columns may be added because that is fixed, and that if you mention that, it will be easier for the students when they apply, submit their application, to fill up the application. That's my suggestion. And obviously these things has to be also discussed with my admission committee, and once they approve, I will obviously go for that. Admission fees you will mention. So that's all for today. So if there is any query, any question, I'll be glad to answer. Madam and Shantanu. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. আচ্ছা, এটা আগে উত্তরটা দিয়ে দিই, এটা উত্তরটা দিয়ে দিই শান্তনী। হ্যাঁ, এটা যদি তুমি দেখে থাকো, মানে আমি তুমিই বলছি, মানে যদিও তো ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে এখানে একটা জিনিস লক্ষ্য করেছো নিশ্চয়ই, এখন কিন্তু ক্রেডিটটা কমে এসছে। আগে ক্রেডিট ছিল 6, হাইয়েস্ট ক্রেডিট, এখন ক্রেডিটটা কিন্তু কমে এসছে 4 নেমে এসছে, কিন্তু পিরিয়ডটা দেখো 6 মাসই আছে। তার মানে এটা কি হলো, আমাদের সিলেবাসটা অনেকটা কমে যাচ্ছে। এটা আরো ভালো বুঝতে পারবে যখন সিলেবাস এসে যাবে। অলরেডি আমাদের বিকম এর সিলেবাসটা আমরা ডিসকাস করে ফেলেছি। আমি জানি না, আমি তো বিএসসি বিকম বিএর সেশনগুলো, তো তোমাদের হয়েছে কিনা আমি বলতে পারবো না, সেটা আই এম নট অ্যাওয়্যার অফ দ্যাট। কিন্তু আমাদের বিকমে কিন্তু সিলেবাস হ্যাজ বিন কাটল, অ্যান্ড 4 ক্রেডিটের জন্য সিলেবাস অ্যাকর্ডিংলি আমরা যেরকম অ্যাকাউন্টস এর ক্ষেত্রে আমরা দেখেছি আমাদের 2টো চ্যাপ্টার পুরোপুরি বাদ দিয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে। তো সেই জন্য সেই ব্যাপারটা আছে এখানে। হ্যাঁ, সেই জন্য যেহেতু 22টা মেজর পেপার গুলো তো ভেঙে যাবে, কেননা তোমার তো এখন খুব বেশি নতুন পেপার কেউ আনবেও না, আমাদেরও আনা হয়নি, ঠিক আছে? সেই জন্য এই পেপার গুলোই ভেঙে সিলেবাসটা ভাগ হবে, সিলেবাসটার বার্ডেনটা অনেকটা কিন্তু কমে যাবে, যেটা ইনিপিরও একটা মোটো কিন্তু, যে স্টুডেন্টদের উপরে বার্ডেনটা কমাতে হবে। সেই জন্য আমার মনে হয় না, মানে আমি যেটুকুনি দেখেছি যে স্টুডেন্টদের বার্ডেন খুব একটা হবে, ওদের ওয়ার্ক মানে সিলেবাসের লোডটা বরঞ্চ আমার মনে হয়েছে যে যেহেতু 4 ক্রেডিট 3 ক্রেডিট 2 ক্রেডিটটা আগেও ছিল, কিন্তু 6 ক্রেডিট যেহেতু ছিল অনেকটা সিলেবাস বড় ছিল, 4 ক্রেডিট হওয়াতে সিলেবাসটা কমে যাবে, ঠিক আছে?
Can I add? Sorry to interrupt. Can I please add to this? Yes, আরেকটা যে পারসেপশন যেটা অনেক এর মধ্যে আমাদের আছে যে স্টুডেন্টসদের উপরে চাপটা বেড়ে যাবে, তো আমি একটু এটাই নিয়ে বলতে চাই যে আমাদের এই প্রশ্নটা আমরাও রেখেছিলাম। তো সেখানে আমাদেরকে যেটা বলা হয়েছিল সেটা হচ্ছে যে নতুন যে সিলেবাসটা হবে, যেটা কিনা মেজর আর মাইনরের জন্য একই হতে চলেছে, সেখানে কিন্তু ডিফিকাল্টি লেভেলটাও অনেকটা কমে আসবে। মানে ওরা যেরকম বলছে 100 লেভেল, 200 লেভেল, 400 লেভেল, এইরকম। একটা আমার পার্সোনাল খারাপ লাগার জায়গা আছে, সেটা হচ্ছে যে যে ছেলেটি 85 পেয়ে ঢুকছে আর যে ছেলেটি 40 পেয়ে ঢুকছে, তারা একই সিলেবাসে একই রকম ভাবে পড়ছে, এবং আমাদের অনেক কিছুর স্বার্থে, ক্লাসরুমের স্বার্থে, ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচারের স্বার্থে হয়তো একসাথে ক্লাসও নিতে হতে পারে। সেইটা আমরা হয়তো ওদের সাথে কতটা জাস্টিস করছি জানি না, বাট এটা কিন্তু মাথায় রাখতে হবে যে ফার্স্ট ইয়ার আর সেকেন্ড ইয়ার, মানে সেমেস্টার 1, 2, 3, 4, এখানে কিন্তু সবকটা সাবজেক্টের ডিফিকাল্টি লেভেল হচ্ছে 100। আমার ভয় হচ্ছে, এবং গতকাল আমরা ডক্টর তিলক চ্যাটার্জি, আমাদের স্টেট মেন্টর, যিনি আমার সাথে ওই সিলেবাসে বা সিএসআর এর যে কমিটিটাতেও ছিলেন ক্যালকাটা ইউনিভার্সিটি, উনিও বলছিলেন যে এই যে একটা ওয়ান সাইজ ফিটস অল অ্যাপ্রোচ, এইটাতে আমরা কতটা সফল হব সেটা সময় বলে দেবে, এটা ঠিক, বাট বোধহয় যতটা আমরা ভয় পাচ্ছি ততটা ভয়ঙ্কর এটা হবে না।
না না, একদমই। হ্যাঁ ম্যাডাম, এখানে আমি একটা অ্যাড করি, যদিও আমাদের ন্যাকে আগে এই সিস্টেমটা ছিল, এখন চলে গেছে, সেটা হচ্ছে মেন্টারিং, অ্যাডভান্স লার্নার, স্লো লার্নার। আমরা কিন্তু সেটা আগেও করেছি, যে অ্যাডভান্স লার্নারের জন্য একটু হায়ার লেভেল অঙ্ক দেওয়া বা কোনো কিছু অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট দেওয়া। তো এটা হতেই পারে যে যদিও সিলেবাস একই, আমরা একটু যারা অ্যাডভান্স স্টেজে আছে তাদেরকে সেই ধরনের অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট দিতে পারি, দিয়ে তাদেরকে সেভাবে প্রস্তুত রাখতে পারি, অসুবিধা কিছু নেই। কারণ তাদের কাছে একটা স্কোপ আছে, তারা 75% কিন্তু স্কোর করাটা তাদের কাছে সহজ হয়ে যাবে, এটাও কিন্তু একটা ব্যাপার। যেহেতু ফার্স্ট সেমেস্টার সিলেবাসটা সহজ, সেকেন্ড সেমেস্টার সহজ, তারা যদি ভালো স্কোর করতে পারে তাহলে কলেজও বেনিফিটেড হবে, কারণ ন্যাকের রেজাল্টের একটা বড় ব্যাপার আছে। সেই জন্য আমার মনে হয় তারা কিন্তু উপকৃত এই সেন্সে হবে যে 75% অ্যান্ড বেশি যদি তাদের থাকে, they can go for research. If that is not possible in my institution, maybe they will be moving on to a university like Suloni. They can move over there. একটা বছর গিয়ে তারা সেখানে পড়ে নিল, সেইটুকুনি তারা হয়তো ফিনান্স জোগাড় করে নিল। So this is an advantage. That will be an advantage for those meritorious students, I think. না, সামার ইন্টার্নশিপের যে কনসেপ্টটা তো আজকের নয়, এটা তো অনেক পুরনো কনসেপ্ট। হ্যাঁ, সেই সামার ইন্টার্নশিপের যে কনসেপ্টে সমস্ত স্কুল টুলগুলোতে, বিশেষ করে প্রাইভেট স্কুলগুলোতে তো এটা আমি দেখেছি। আমার মেয়ে যেরকম যে ডিপিএস এ পড়তো, ওদের সামার ইন্টার্নশিপের জন্য নিয়ে যেত, অপশন দিত যে এত ফি, এত টাকা দিতে, ওদের টাকা দিতে হতো, দিলে ওরা নিয়ে যেত, নিয়ে গিয়ে কোনো একটা ইনস্টিটিউশনের সঙ্গে টাই আপ করে ওরা সামার ইন্টার্নশিপ করাতো। এই যে আমি বলছি, মানে ছোট্ট এই এক্সাম্পলটা এসে গেল বলে বলছি, আমরা সুলনি ইউনিভার্সিটি যে গেলাম, সেখানে আমাদের বাচ্চারা যে গেছে তারা কিন্তু অলমোস্ট একটা সামার ইন্টার্নশিপ করে আসলো বলা যায়। যে সেখানে গিয়ে তারা ওই ক্রিটিক্যাল থিঙ্কিং এর উপর একটা সেশন করলো, তারা একটা ড্রামা ক্লাসেসে পার্টিসিপেট করলো, তো তারা আইপিআর সম্বন্ধে জানলো, তারা এছাড়া যোগার একটা সেশন হওয়ার কথা ছিল কিন্তু ওয়েদার পারমিট করেনি বলে সেটা হয়নি। তাহলে এই ধরনের কিন্তু এগুলো হতে পারে যেটা আমি ইনস্টিটিউশন লেভেলে করতে পারি, বা আমি কোনো কলেজের সঙ্গে টাই আপ করে করতে পারি, যাদের এই, আমি বিদ্যানগর কলেজে গেছি, আমি দেখেছি সেখানে বাচ্চারা সব যোগার ড্রেস পরে ঘুরে বেড়াচ্ছে। তো তখন আমি ওখানে যারা দায়িত্ব আছে জিজ্ঞেস করেছি, তারা বললো হ্যাঁ ডেডিকেটেড আমাদের এটা আছে, হয় যেরকম আমাদের কলেজে যদি আসেন, আমাদের কলেজে একদম ডেডিকেটেড যোগার ইয়ে আছে, এরকম অনেক কলেজে এখন হচ্ছে। তো সেগুলো কিন্তু করা যেতেই পারে। আপনি ধরুন সামার ইন্টার্নশিপের জন্য গার্লসদের জন্য তাদের লাইফ স্কিল ডেভেলপমেন্টের যেটা আমরা কথা বলছি, সেটাও হয়ে গেল, আপনার সামার ইন্টার্নশিপে হয়ে গেল, তাদের একটা ক্যারাটে ক্লাসেস দিয়ে দিন, সেলফ ডিফেন্সের ক্লাস দিয়ে দিন, তো সেটা কলেজে হতে পারে। তো সেটা আপনার দুটো পারপাসে সার্ভ করে যাবে, আপনার ওই কি বলে স্টুডেন্টদের যে ক্যাপাসিটি বিল্ডিং কথা আমরা যেটা ক্রাইটেরিয়া 5-এ বলছি, সেখানে কাজটাও হয়ে গেল, আবার এখানে আবার সামার ইন্টার্নশিপও হয়ে গেল, দুটোকে মাথায় রেখে করে নিতে পারবেন। ঠিক আছে? অবশ্যই অবশ্যই কাজ করতে হবে। ঠিক আছে, তো ভালো ভালো দিক, ভালো দিক। হ্যাঁ, মানুষ দত্ত আমাদের কলেজের বিসি ডিপার্টমেন্ট। হ্যাঁ মানুষ, প্লিজ গো হ্যাঁ, বলো।
স্যার থ্যাংক ইউ, আপনার এত একটা সুন্দর প্রেজেন্টেশন, হেল্পফুল এবং যথেষ্ট ইনফরমেটিভ। স্যার আমার একটা বিষয় যে একটু জানার ছিল, এই যে নিউ ইকোনমি মানে এডুকেশন পলিসির যে ফ্রেমওয়ার্কটা, এটা স্যার কোথাও একটা আমাদের প্রান্তিক যে গ্রামীণ কলেজগুলো, মানে আমাদের বেশিরভাগ কলেজগুলোই তো একটা প্রান্তিক অঞ্চলে অবস্থিত, এখানকার যে দরিদ্র ছেলে মেয়েরা যারা ছাত্রছাত্রীরা পড়াশোনা করছে তাদের পক্ষে কি খুব এটা উপযোগী হবে? মানে এমনিতেই তো আমাদের ড্রপ আউট অনেক আমরা দেখতে পাই অনেক অংশে বেড়ে যাচ্ছে পরপর, তারপরে যা চাকরির অবস্থা, যে বর্তমান অবস্থা, সেই সামগ্রিক পরিস্থিতির উপর দাঁড়িয়ে এই যে আমাদের নতুন শিক্ষা ব্যবস্থা, এটা কতটা ফ্রুটফুল স্যার? মানে এটা কোথাও কি প্রান্তিক কলেজগুলোর ছাত্রছাত্রীদের জন্য অনেক বেশি আরো ড্রপ আউটের জায়গাটা বাড়াবে বা কিছু, আপনি কি মনে করেন স্যার?
হ্যাঁ, না না, এখানে তো প্রথমেই আমি যদি আপনি ভালো করে দেখে দেখো, যে প্রথম যে স্লাইডটা আমি দেখিয়েছি, যে এখানে যে স্ট্রাকচারটা বলা হয়েছে যে ফার্স্ট ইয়ারে তারা এক্সিট করতে পারে, তো ওরাই তো বলছে যে তারা এক্সিট করে যাক। কারণ ড্রপ আউটের মূল কারণটা যদি আমি আমার কলেজেই দেখি, কাকদ্বীপ কলেজেই দেখি, তাহলে দেখা যায় এখানে 20-30% স্টুডেন্টসরা বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছে তারা নার্সিং পড়বে বলে। তাহলে এরা ড্রপ আউট হচ্ছে, কিন্তু আমরা বলছি আমার কলেজ থেকে, কিন্তু আক্ষরিক অর্থে এরা কিন্তু ড্রপ আউট হচ্ছে না, এরা কিন্তু কোনো না কোনো এডুকেশন সিস্টেমের মধ্যে আছে। এটা এটা আমরা জানি, এটা আমরা সবাই জানি। এখন সেটাকে ফর্মালাইজ করা হয়েছে যে ফার্স্ট ইয়ারের শেষে তারা বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছে কি নিয়ে, একটা সার্টিফিকেট নিয়ে, একটা সার্টিফিকেট কোর্স তারা করলো, নিয়ে বেরিয়ে গেল। তারা ওই নার্সিংটা 2 বছর করে আসলো, করে এবার তারা মনে করলো যে আমি আবার পড়াশোনাটা কন্টিনিউ করবো। সে এসে আমাকে সেকেন্ড বললো যে স্যার আমি কিন্তু আবার পড়াশোনা শুরু করতে চাই। করে এবার সে সেকেন্ড ইয়ারটা করলো, সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে 3rd আর 4th সেমেস্টার করলো, করে সে অবভিয়াসলি এখানে কি পেলো, সে একটা ডিগ্রি পেলো, একটা প্রোগ্রাম পেলো, মানে তার কি বলে সার্টিফিকেট কোর্স পেয়েছে। পরে তারা এসে পেলো হচ্ছে তোমার যেটা বলছিলাম, 1 মিনিট দাঁড়াও, ডিপ্লোমা পেলো। হ্যাঁ, তো এইটা পাওয়ার পর তারা কি এবার বললো না আমরা এখন বেরিয়ে যাব, আমরা আবার কিছু একটা কোর্স করব, কিছু ভোকেশনাল কোর্স করব, করে আমি বেরিয়ে যাব, বেরিয়ে গিয়ে আমি আবার পরে এসে সেটা করতে পারে নাও করতে পারে। তাহলে এই যে স্টুডেন্টটা বারে বারে বেরোচ্ছে, বারে বারে আসছে, এটা কিন্তু এদের সুযোগ দেওয়া হয়েছে। তো সেই সুযোগটা আমার মনে হয় আমাদের কলেজের দিক থেকে কি হয়েছে, সে সার্টিফিকেট কোর্স নিয়ে বেরিয়ে গেল, সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে আবার সে ডিপ্লোমা কোর্স সার্টিফিকেট নিয়ে বেরিয়ে গেল, করে এসে সে আবার কোনো একটা কোর্স, ভোকেশনাল কোর্স ট্রেনিং নিচ্ছে। এই ছেলেটা দরিদ্র খুব, সে একটা ট্রেনিং নিচ্ছে। এই যে আমরা যেরকম একটা অর্গানাইজেশনের থ্রু দিয়ে করাচ্ছি, তারা এখন কি করছে, ওটা করছে প্লাস কলেজে ক্লাস করছে, তাদের অসুবিধা হচ্ছে। তারা যদি বেরিয়ে গিয়ে ওই কোর্সটা করে তারা চাকরি পেয়ে গেলে চাকরি করলো, করে এবার তারা মনে করলো যে না আমি এবার ডিস্টেন্স লার্নিংটা আমি এখানে বলিনি, সেটাও আছে, সেই কনসেপ্টটাও আছে, আমি ডিস্টেন্সে আমি পড়াশোনা করে নেবো, সেটা করতে পারে তারা। সেই সুযোগ কিন্তু ইউনিভার্সিটি এখন দিবে কলেজগুলোকে, যে তোমরা যদি চাও ডিস্টেন্স লার্নিং এ, সেটার কিছু অ্যাক্রেডিটেশন প্রসেস গুলো আছে, সেগুলো করে নিতে হবে। তো সেটা করে স্টুডেন্টরা তখন চাকরিও করলো, তার সঙ্গে সঙ্গে তারা কিন্তু এই অনলাইনে ডিস্টেন্স লার্নিং এ পড়াশোনাও করে নিল। তো সেই জন্য এখন যেহেতু এক্সিট সিস্টেম আছে, সেই জন্য এখন কিন্তু আর ওই ড্রপ আউটের ব্যাপারটা অতটা থাকছে না। এটা কিন্তু ভাবতে হবে, এটা কলেজের পক্ষে একটা ভালো হবে আমার মনে হয়। কলেজ বলতে পারবে যে এই স্টুডেন্ট গুলো বেরিয়ে গেছে। সেই জন্য বলেছি প্রথমেই যে কলেজের রেকর্ড কিপিংটা খুব ভালো রাখতে হবে। সেজন্য আমার মনে হয় ইট উইল বি এ সলিউশন রাদার, এটা প্রবলেম না, রাদার ইট উইল বি সলিউশন অফ দ্য ড্রপ আউট প্রবলেম দ্যাট উই আর ফেসিং। আর চাকরির কথা যেটা আমি আগেই বলেছি, চাকরি তো ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে এটা শুধু আমাদের এখানে নয়, সব জায়গায় এটা প্রবলেম। চাকরি দিতে হবে আমাকে, এমন আমাকে কাজ করতে হবে যেটা আমি চাকরি দিতে পারি। সেই জন্য এখানে এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ, উদ্যোগপতির কথা বলা হয়েছে। আমাদের উদ্যোগপতি শুধু যে এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ আমরা আমাদের বিকম কারিকুলামে পড়াচ্ছি, যেটা আমি দেখিয়েছি, এটা এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ শুধু বিকমের জন্য নয়। এই অ্যাওয়ারনেসটা আসতে হবে, এটা বুঝতে হবে যে এটা বিএতেও হতে পারে, বিএসসি তে হতে পারে। এই জন্য এটা মাল্টিডিসিপ্লিনারি কথা বলা হয়েছে। তো এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ আমার মনে হয় ক্যালকাটা ইউনিভার্সিটি যদি পারে, এখন সম্ভব নয় কারণ তার অনেক প্রবলেম আছে, সেটা আমরা বারে বারে আলোচনা করছি, সেখানে এটা এখানে আলোচনা করতে চাইছি না। তো সেই প্রবলেমস গুলো আছে, সেগুলো যদি আমরা কাটিয়ে উঠতে পারি, আগামী দিনে এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ আমরা যদি বিএ বিএসসি স্ট্রাকচারের মধ্যে নিয়ে আসতে পারি, বা সেটাও যদি না করা যায়, আমাদের এখন অ্যাড অন কোর্স আছে আমরা জানি, সেখানে যদি আমরা পড়াতে পারি, তাহলে এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ সম্বন্ধে স্টুডেন্টদের উৎসাহ বাড়বে। সে এন্টারপ্রেনিয়র যদি হতে পারে, আমি কালকেও একটা সেশন করিয়েছি, মেটাবিউর কলেজে একটা সেশন করিয়েছি এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপের উপরে। তো এছাড়াও আমি আগেও বেশ কিছু সেশন করিয়েছি। আমাদের কথা হচ্ছে এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ সম্বন্ধে আমাদের অ্যাওয়ারনেসটা বাড়ানো দরকার, সেটা অ্যাওয়ারনেসটা নেই। সেই জন্য আমি দেখিয়েছি ওখানে যে আদিত্য গুপ্তা, সে মেনস্টোপেডিয়ার যে কমিক বই একটা পাবলিশ করে 2012-তে করে, সে 2014-তে সে অ্যাওয়ার্ড পাচ্ছে। তার 1200 কোটি টাকা এখন তার নেট ওয়ার্থ। তো দিস আর অ্যাকচুয়ালি দ্য রিয়েল স্টোরিজ। তো সেগুলো আমাদের ভাবতে শেখাতে হবে। আমি বলেছি যে 1755 সালে অ্যাকচুয়ালি এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ নিয়ে চিন্তা ভাবনা প্রথম শুরু হয় ভারতে। 1983 সালে এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপের ইনস্টিটিউশন স্থাপন হয় হচ্ছে আহমেদাবাদে, এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ ডেভেলপমেন্ট ইনস্টিটিউট অফ ইন্ডিয়া আহমেদাবাদে স্থাপন হয়। কিন্তু আমাদের এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ নিয়ে খুব একটা জোর দেওয়া হয় না। 2015-তে গিয়ে আমরা স্টার্ট আপের কনসেপ্ট নিয়ে এসেছি, এত বছর পরে, প্রায় 40 বছর পরে। তো এটা দুর্ভাগ্যজনক। সেই জন্য এন্টারপ্রেনিয়র যদি তৈরি করা যায়, তারা কিন্তু নিজেরাও শুধু ভাবে তা নয়, তারা কিন্তু অন্যদের চাকরির সুযোগ করে দেবে। সেই চাকরি পাবো, চাকরি প্রবলেম, এটা সেকেন্ডারি প্রবলেম, এটা প্রাইমারি প্রবলেম না। প্রাইমারি প্রবলেম হচ্ছে আমাদের মাইন্ডসেট চেঞ্জ করতে হবে। মাইন্ডসেট হ্যাজ টু বি চেঞ্জড। ওই গতানুগতিক মাইন্ডসেট নিয়ে কিন্তু এখন আর চলাফেরা করা যাবে না। ভাবনা চিন্তার যে ইয়েটা, সেটা আমার অনেকটা বলছি চাকরির ব্যাপার থাকবে, সেটা থেকে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে। বেরিয়ে এসে আমাকে আরো বেশি চেষ্টা করতে হবে কিভাবে সেলফ এমপ্লয়েড হওয়া যায়, কিভাবে এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপের দিকে আরো বেশি জোর দেওয়া যায়। হ্যাঁ, প্রবীর বাবু আছেন মনে, প্রবীর কুমার দাস আমাদের কলেজেরই বর্ষিয়ান অধ্যাপক, অ্যাসোসিয়েট প্রফেসর কমার্স, তার জন্য কিছু বলবেন?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, গুড মর্নিং।
গুড মর্নিং। গুড মর্নিং।
হ্যাঁ বলছি স্যার, আমার একটু দাঁতে একটু প্রবলেম হয়েছে, একটা স্পিচ আছে যেন কথা বলতে কষ্ট হচ্ছে।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
যেটুকু বলি স্যার, আপনার এই স্পিচটা আমাদের সবাইকে হচ্ছে একটু ভাবতে শেখাবে। যেটা আপনি এন্টারপ্রেনিয়রশিপ নিয়ে যেটা বললেন, সেটা আমরা যদি সবাই সেই পথটাকে ধরতে পারি এবং আমাদের ছাত্রদের যদি সেইভাবে আমরা ট্রেন্ড করতে পারি, তাহলে আমরা আশা করব ওরাই হচ্ছে ভবিষ্যতে কর্মসংস্থানের সুযোগটা সৃষ্টি করে দেবে।
ঠিক ঠিক।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
থ্যাংক ইউ। ম্যাডাম, আর যদি কেউ কিছু বলার থাকে, রুম্পা ম্যাডাম।
শুভঙ্কর দা, থ্যাংক ইউ। আমার আপাতত যে খুব কিছু প্রশ্ন আছে তা নয়, আমার প্রশ্নটা আপনার কাছে নয়, আমার প্রশ্নটা বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ের কাছে, যে তারা কত তাড়াতাড়ি এই সিলেবাস বা এই এসিসির যে 47 খানা বুকে অফ কোর্সেস বলেছেন, তারা কত তাড়াতাড়ি এটা দেবেন। বাট আই এম হোপফুল, আই এম আ ডাই হার্ড অপটিমিস্ট। আমার বিশ্বাস যে তারা নিশ্চয়ই দেবেন। নতুন কোনো কিছুতেই আমাদের নানা রকমের সমস্যা থাকে। আপনি যেটা বললেন, মেন্টাল ব্লকটাই অনেক সময় বেশি থাকে। তবে কিনা এটা ঠিক যে আমরা একটা ইতিহাসের সাক্ষী হয়ে থাকলাম, এই জাংচারে আমরা যারা রয়েছি, আমরা কিন্তু we are witnessing a history in the making, where truly our role as teachers are being reoriented into facilitators, into enablers, এবং এই জায়গাটা আমার কাছে মনে হয়েছে যে যে কোনো টিচারের কাছে আমরা প্রত্যেকদিন ক্লাসে যাওয়ার আগে তো একটা করে প্রস্তুতি থাকে, এবার হয়তো প্রস্তুতিটা আরো একটু নিতে হবে। অস্তিত্ব সংকটের প্রশ্ন বটে, কারণ অলরেডি স্কুলগুলোতে ডিআই এর কাছ থেকে নির্দেশ চলে এসেছে যে কোনগুলো হাব স্কুল হবে, কোনগুলো স্পোক স্কুল হবে। একটা স্কুল যেখানে কিনা তাদের সব ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার রয়েছে অনেকটা আমাদের মতনই, আর আশেপাশে অনেকগুলো স্কুল আছে যেখানে হয়তো যথেষ্ট ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার নেই, তারা স্পোক স্কুল হয়ে যাবে। তারা তাকিয়ে থাকবে ওই হাব স্কুলের দিকে এবং সেখানে হয়তো একটা শেয়ারিং অফ রিসোর্সেসও হতে পারে। আমার বিশ্বাস যে আমরা হয়তো আগামী দিনে সেরকম একটা পরিস্থিতির দিকেও যেতে পারি, এবং আপনারা আমাদের আগে যারা ন্যাকে এত ভালো রেজাল্ট করেছেন, আপনারা সেগুলোকে আমাদের প্রফেসর মানস মিত্র একটু কাইন্ডলি যদি মিউট করেন কাইন্ডলি। প্রফেসর মানস মিত্র একটু মিউট করবেন প্লিজ। প্রফেসর মানস মিত্র একটু মিউট করুন, থ্যাংক ইউ। তো আমরা হয়তো সেরকম একটা দিকে যেতে পারি, ঠিক যেমন আপনারা মেন্টর হয়েছেন, আমাদের ডিস্ট্রিক্ট মেন্টর হয়েছেন, স্টেট মেন্টর হয়েছেন অনেকেই, তেমনি হয়তো আগামী দিনে এই এনইপির সাহায্যে মেন্টরিং যে প্রোগ্রামটা সেটা শুধুমাত্র কলেজের টিচার স্টুডেন্টের মধ্যে নয়, হয়তো আমরা বেশ কিছু কলেজ থেকেও অন্য কলেজ ক্যান অ্যাক্ট অ্যাজ আওয়ার মেন্টরস। যাই হোক না কেন, আই এম রেডি, আমার কলেজ রেডি, যতটা সম্ভব আমাদের যাদের যা ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার আছে, রাতারাতি তো আমরা কোনো কিছু করতে পারবো না। ন্যাকের বিভিন্ন জায়গায় গিয়েও আমার এটাই মনে হয়েছে যে অপটিমাইজেশন অফ রিসোর্সেস, আমাদের এই ব্যাপারটাই মাথায় রেখে এগোতে হবে। উই হ্যাভ টু অপটিমাইজ হোয়াট উই হ্যাভ অ্যান্ড উই হ্যাভ টু লুক ফর দ্য বেস্ট। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ স্যার, আমার তরফ থেকে এইটুকুই।
থ্যাংক ইউ। আমার মনে হয় বাসব নাথ আমাদের কলেজের রেজ করেছে হাত। বাসব কিছু বলে মনে হয়।
স্যার গুড মর্নিং স্যার। বলছি স্যার, এই যে 3 ইয়ার্স এবং 4 ইয়ার্স এই অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা কি স্টুডেন্টকে প্রথমেই করে দিতে হবে? মানে কেউ যদি 3 ইয়ার্স আগে অ্যাসাইন করলো যে আমি 3 ইয়ার্স পড়বো, রিসার্চে যাব না, সে কি পরবর্তীতে করতে পারে আফটার 3 ইয়ার্স যে আমার রেজাল্ট ভালো হয়েছে আমি রিসার্চ চলে যেতে পারি?
কেউ যদি কোর্স করো, শুধু তাকে যেটা করতে হবে যে 4th ইয়ারে গিয়ে তাকে পড়ে নিতে হবে, পড়ে তাকে মিনিমাম 48 আমাদের যেরকম ক্রেডিটের কথা বলা আছে সেটা অ্যাচিভ করতে হবে, পড়ে সে যেতে পারবে।
এটা একটা। দ্বিতীয় প্রশ্ন হচ্ছে, কেউ যদি আমরা এখন যেটাকে জেনারেল বলি সেটাতে 3 ইয়ার্স কমপ্লিট করলো, তারপরে কি সে আবার শিফট করতে পারে মেজরের মতো করে?
4 ইয়ারে যেতে পারবে কিনা, তাই তো? যেতে পারবে। আর যদি কারো কিছু প্রশ্ন থাকে ঠিক আছে। এছাড়া আমার নাম্বার আমার ওয়েবসাইটে দেয়া আছে, যদি কারোর কোনো বিশেষ প্রশ্ন থাকে নিশ্চয়ই আমাকে কল করে ফোন করতে পারবেন। ঠিক আছে, মোটামুটি সবাই জানি অ্যাডমিশনের ব্যাপারে খুব ব্যস্ত আছেন, কলেজগুলো ব্যস্ত আছে, তো তাহলে আজকে কনক্লুড করা যাক। ম্যাডাম শান্তনী।
থ্যাংক ইউ প্রফেসর শান্তনী ম্যাডাম। আজ আমরা প্রোগ্রামের একেবারে প্রায় শেষ পর্যায়ে এসে পৌঁছেছি। আমরা মানে প্রায় এখানে 3টে কলেজের টিচাররা উপস্থিত আছি। সত্যি আজকে আমাদের এটা খুব বড় পাওয়া যে স্যার আমাদের মানে আমরা সত্যি মুগ্ধ হয়ে শুনছিলাম স্যারের পুরো লেকচারটা। I'm really fortunate and humbled to take this opportunity to share vote of thanks today in this program organized by IQAC and Department of History, Sadhan Chandra Mahavidyalaya, and IQAC and Department of Geography, Maheshtala College. On behalf of our 2 colleges, I extend our heartily vote of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Suvankar Chakraborty sir, who spared time from his busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future events. স্যার শুধু এনইপি নয়, আমি দেখেছি স্যারের বিভিন্ন নেক রিলেটেড ওয়ার্কশপেও আমি প্রেজেন্ট থেকেছি। স্যারের মূল্যবান বক্তব্য আমরা একাধিকবার সমৃদ্ধ হয়েছি। স্যারের বক্তব্যের মধ্যে আমরা একটা বিশেষ উৎসাহ পাই, একটা উদ্যম খুঁজে পাই, এবং প্রকৃতই খুব কম বক্তার মধ্যে এই উদ্যমটা পাওয়া যায়। থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার, আপনাকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ। এবং your thoughts have enlightened our minds and have shown us a new path. I greatly appreciate the presentation you gave, and our team and I are so lucky to have a resource person like you participating in this lecture. Your presence and experience gave more meaning to it. Thank you, sir. And a special mention to our respected principal, Dr. Sheikh Faizul Haq and Dr. Rumpa Bash, our principal ma'am, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as pillar of the strength of our two colleges. With a deep sense of appreciation, we thank our loving teachers for their untiring efforts. I would also like to thank the people who worked behind the scene to make this today's event happen. Our technical arrangements team of Sadhan Chandra Mahavidyalaya, and I immensely thankful to Professor Shantani Odhikari, IQAC coordinator, Sadhan Chandra Mahavidyalaya, for our efforts towards the program and our own ideas and elegance of explanation of everything. I need to mention my deepest sense of appreciation. I also extend thanks to all the departmental teachers of Geography Department, Maheshtala College, and History Department, Sadhan Chandra Mahavidyalaya, and all other dear colleagues and dear teachers for their enormous cooperation in the organization of today's webinar. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you, Shantanu.
Thank you, Dept ma'am, for your nice and kind word. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very much.